yours is very easy to conduct because simply open the topic, leave it to you. It is for you to manage. So only four of you are there. 1 minute. Why people are not coming? Huh? So anybody knows in WhatsApp how to give a message like this thing. It can be done like 1 minute. Mm, 2023. Though I am conducting for so many years, still I am learning. Now I can make some announcements here like this. Hello, candidates. The group discussion and group exercises classes are being conducted now. So far, only 4 candidates have come. Totally, we have about 13 or 14. Hello, group exercise classes have started. Please come. Those who are willing to participate, please come and participate. You can talk in Hindi. You can also talk in English. Welcome. Yeah, that's what I posted. The topic is neobanks will affect the functioning of brick and mortar banks. Yes, start please. You have 10 minutes time for you. It's being recorded. Excuse me. Come on, come on.
Hi everyone. As our the topic of discussion today is neobanks versus traditional banks in India. So neobanks are the banks which mainly operate online, such as payment banks, and these banks are very convenient. The uses the banking services using these banks like online payments, transferring funds, etc., and making payments has become very easy. So people are very keen to use these banks. Almost everybody in India is nowadays is using such kind of facilities, and people are not using, as we have seen in the recent trend, people are not using the traditional bank accounts to transfer funds because of the convenience provided by these new banks. So when it comes to the future of banking in India, it becomes a question that will this affect the traditional banking system, because the traditional banks are facing some losses because of such trends, like they see less traffics, and they are not able to generate much profits due to these new banks. But moreover, these banks have helped so much in financial inclusion as well, because everything that we can do KYC online, and everything we can do online. So people do not have to visit the banks physically like they had to do for with the traditional banks. So there are advantages as well for this new system.
Yes,
Okay.
please continue. Continue.
Good morning. Neobanks are actually operating fully online. Uh, and also, when it comes to neobanks versus traditional banks, I don't think neobanks will uh, affect traditional banks in a very bad way, at least not in the near future, I think, because considering the majority of Indians who are depending mostly on physical branches for their day-to-day transactions, I think traditional bank branches will not be much affected, because even though still the physical bank branches, they are providing digital banking facilities as well. Almost all the banks are providing digital banking facilities. They have their own apps for digital transactions to take place. Um, so I do think neobanks will affect the existence of physical banks in the near future. Like,
Neobanking is in line with government's initiative of digitalization and digital India. And this is the new generation banking. And this doesn't mean it will impact the brick and mortar banks, because it supplements that. Because like this provides 24 by 7 customer service. Even when the official is not there or the customer can't go to the bank, then they will get the service at the home at whatever convenient place they want. And this also this also makes the process even more simpler, neobank. And everything is becoming digital. Like we know that even authentication, like a DigiLocker is there, where the documents are being stored, and these will be directly provided to the banks. And neobanks ensure that the services are quick and prompt, and also very clear also, because they are using AI features also. Like if we have SBI Yono, this app ensures that the banking services come to the doorstep of the customer. So I believe that brick and mortar will not face much losses, because this is also a type of promoting the business.
Yeah, continue. Sorry. Hello.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah. Continue.
न्यू बैंक वो बैंक होता है जो मतलब ऑनलाइन भी अपनी सारी काम करता है, और न्यू बैंक फ्यूचर को डिफाइन कर रहा है एक अलग तरीका पे। यह फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन में काफ़ी हेल्प कर रहा है गवर्नमेंट को, पर यह पूरी तरीके से ब्रिक एंड मोटार मॉडल को चेंज नहीं कर पाएगा। और जहाँ तक बैंक की प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी की बात है, ब्रिक एंड मोटार में अभी पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक काफ़ी प्रॉफिटेबल है, उनका एनपीए भी कम हो चुका है। और ब्रिक एंड मोर्टार केवल सप्लीमेंट करती है, बल्कि पूरी सिस्टम को चेंज नहीं कर पाएगी। ब्रिक और मोर्टार में काफ़ी सारी कमियां भी हैं। इससे प्राइवेसी इशू है, क्योंकि ये पूरी तरीका से ऑनलाइन भी काम करता है, तो इसमें प्राइवेसी कंसर्न काफ़ी ज़्यादा है। डेटा लॉस की काफ़ी संभावना है। ब्रिक एंड मोर्टार पूरी तरीका से बैंकिंग सिस्टम को अलग नहीं कर सकेगी, बल्कि फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन में जो सरकार की मुहिम है उसमें मदद कर पाएगी। थैंक यू।
Yes, I agree with that. As Abhishek has said, that these are supplementing the traditional banks, because India is a diverse country and people have diverse need, and we need multiple financial institutions to cater those needs. And if we are saying that, if we are considering that the people using neo banks, all everybody has the account in traditional banks, because these are just supplementing the needs. We find it easy, sometimes we find it easier to make payments through such modes, but it is not like that people are having accounts in just neo banks only. Everybody has their account in a brick and mortar bank. And there are strict guidelines for these new banks as well. RBI is regulating these banks very strictly. So if we think that if there is almost very less scope of these banks like replacing the brick and mortar banks, and moreover these are just helping in the digital India, as Swapna has mentioned, digitalization of India, and and providing more services to the customer base.
Others? Over,
और
please.
नियो बैंक
Continue.
और नियो बैंक ट्रेडिशनल बैंक की तरह एक कस्टमर से गुड रिलेशन नहीं बना सकेगी। जैसा कि अगर हम किसी भी पर्सन से फेस टू फेस मिलते हैं, तो उनसे एक अच्छा रैपोर्ट बिल्ड हो जाता है, जो कि मुझे नहीं लगता कि ऑनलाइन वीडियो कॉल से आप एक किसी कस्टमर से अच्छा रिलेशन बना सकते हो। तो नियो बैंक के लिए ये लिमिटेशन है कि वो कस्टमर से अच्छा रिलेशन कभी नहीं बना सकता है। और एक ट्रस्ट वाली भी इशू रहती है न्यू बैंक के साथ, जैसा कि कोई फिजिकल प्रेजेंस नहीं रहता है इसका, ये ऑनलाइन ही अधिकतर काम करती है। तो एक लोगों के अंदर जो अपने इंडियन माइंडसेट है, उसके अंदर एक ट्रस्ट वाली फीलिंग नहीं आ पाती है न्यू बैंक के अंदर। हाँ, ये फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन में हेल्प करेगी, लेकिन कभी भी ब्रिक एंड मोर्टार जो बैंक होती है, लाइक एसबीआई एंड ऑल, उनको कभी ये ज़्यादा अफेक्ट कर नहीं पाएंगे।
Yes, I agree with what he said. Neobanks are actually enhancing the customer service experience for the banks. It is actually enhancing the business of the bank by providing a better customer service, and also they provide round the clock access to all kinds of banking services to the customers. And yes, now we are moving. We are in the era of central bank digital currency, that is digital rupees. Yes, this such neobanks, they are promoting cashless transactions as well. But still, it will not affect the physical bank branches in a very bad way. Yes, that is my opinion.
Regarding the personal good relation with customer may not be possible. I want to differ with that because we already have this type of online service like IT sector. We know that India is faring very well in IT sector, service sector, where they provide outsourcing, I mean services to other international clients too, where trust is also very important, where they have to trust the people from India. So I believe that neobank will make will not be that much a hassle because in these days everyone is trusting online services more rather than physical relation, because we know corruption is rampant in most of the cases also, sadly that is true. And so I believe that this improves the customer relation because the transparency is more in digital way of dealing with people, because everything we will show to the people and everything is recorded, and so the data will be stored, and even if we want any printout or past transaction we can get it easily. So I believe that neo banking is a way forward, and it is more even trustworthy in future.
I would like to add one point here. Like, if we are mainly till now, we are mainly using neo banks for online payments only. We are not, and there are restrictions of rupees 2 lakh in the account as well. So people are not using these for like savings or as investment purpose. People are mainly using for the online payments. Though these banks are also providing some insurance facilities by associating with other banks, and still there are restrictions on these banks to provide lending services. And these banks can only provide credit cards only with if they associate with some other traditional brick and mortar bank. So there are restrictions on these banks, and they are just enhancing the customer base. It is not like they can replace the traditional banks.
Excellent. I think you people have covered almost all the important points. Now, I think I was doing some hot AI search and I got this. Now, I will share this with you. We will just give a reading so that it may help us in, say, discussion in other GDs also. Yeah. To start with, Arunima, please read. Whatever is given, you read on the screen.
Okay, sir. I am my own banker. This slogan for a French neobank sums up the concept quite well. With all digital services offered, neobanks replace or complement those offered by traditional banks. Their recent rise raises questions about the future of banking sector.
1 minute. How to remove this portion? It is standing here only. Anybody knows, computer boys, girls? See, it is affecting the study here. Subscribe newsletters and all. Anybody knows? Computer, no
Okay, sir.
computer boys.
Sir,
How
right
to
now,
remove this? Acha, acha, acha. Now it is replaced. It has replaced that. Good. No, but even then it is coming now. How to remove this?
सर आप ऊपर कॉर्नर में एक कट वाला ऑप्शन रहेगा, उसमें सर क्लिक करने से हो जाता है।
Which one? किधर में?
ऊपर में सर, राइट साइड में।
Right side. This one? No. Oh, but I think it comes. Doesn't matter. We will read now. Arunima, continue. Before the
Okay.
COVID,
Before the COVID-19 pandemic, you may not even have known about them. Neo-banking services are exclusively digital, have seen their business boosted by this forced accelerating digitalization. But for many, they remain an enigma, even a source of mistrust. Even the influence is likely to grow in the years ahead, and no major neobank in Europe having a critical mass has recently gone bankrupt, unlike some traditional banks.
No, one thing, enigma. It should be pronounced as enigma.
Enigma, okay, sir. Okay.
Continue, Arunima.
Neobanks, a good account. There are two types of neobank: those that do not have a banking license and work in partnership with a traditional bank, such as Upbank in Australia, which relies on Bendigo Bank, and neobanks that have their own banking license, such as Zinja and Volt. What they all have in common is that they are fintechs or are associated with fintechs, that is, companies that take advantage of technological advances to provide more practical, efficient, and customer focused banking services. This simplifies the often complex processes associated with traditional banks. Their digital interfaces are more intuitive, user friendly, and offer a wide range of personalized features.
Very good. Next candidate who came, it is after Arunima, Abhishek Sharma. Can you read against the backdrop?
Yes, sir, I can read. Against a backdrop of rising interest rate and the collapse of some of the big names in the traditional banking, are the business plans of neobanks likely to disrupt the banking landscape and put them in dominant position? Accord, According to Statista platform, the
No, no,
market
no,
share of neo
no, no.
yes, sir.
इसको छोड़ दिया आपने. Academic research.
Academic research and consultation offers us a few pointers. According to the Statista platform, the market share of neobank in Europe is expected to reach 11.1% in 2023. This means that around 11.1% of all bank account in Europe will be held by neobank. In the United States, the market share of neobank is expected to be even higher, reaching 15.5% in 2023. Admittedly, we are still in a long way from majority market share, but some consultants such as Grandview Research see exponential growth between now and 2013.
2030. Correct. Continue.
30.
The landscape.
The, la- the landscape of neobank in Europe is evolving very rapidly indeed. It is estimated very roughly that there are over 150 of them today. Some European countries such as UK, Germany, France, Spain, and the Netherlands and Sweden have an ecosystem conducive to financial innovation and are among the biggest market for neobanks.
Very good.
Neobank,
Very good.
okay, sir.
Rubelji, neobanks.
Yes, sir. Neobanks do not like a vacuum. Neobanks are inherently digital. This means they can significantly reduce overheads, which translates into savings passed on through better interest rates and lower fees. In addition to favorable financial conditions, neobanks frequently collaborate with fintech companies to offer value-added services such as automated savings, investment options, and real-time spending information that respond to changing customer needs and preferences. Neobanks are known for their agility and ability to adapt quickly to market trends and customer demands. Emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, and open banking APIs are being adopted rapidly.
What is
APIs
APIs? Anybody knows what is API? I don't know. Can any?
Application program interface, sir.
Super. Who told this? Arunima. Who told this?
Swapna, sir.
Swapna. Great, great, Swapna, great. Please tell me again, what is API?
Application programming interface, sir.
Ah, very good. Because I am asking you to repeat because I am not able to register it. Application programming interface. Very good. Now continue, Ruben.
Yes, sir. APIs facilitate communication between two IT systems, such as the inclusion of Google Map on user interfaces.
Oh,
The
Baba,
capacity.
let me tell you, I may be stopping, but still, I felt the news of Google Map only when we were in a new place like Bengaluru, where we had to go from one place to another. Only Google Map, only Google Map helped us reach the places. Otherwise, we would have been struggling like anything. Oh, Baba. And the roads are all so narrow. Roads are so narrow, too much traffic. Oh, from where that many vehicles come on the road, nobody can know. And everywhere, and especially that Rama, that consecration, all people were so happy. So many, what is that? Flags, shops, lights. Oh, Baba. And in amidst all that, what helped us was only Google Map. And even now, I don't know how to use it fully. All of you, I mean, or some of you who have been traveling may be able to know how to make use of that and all. Otherwise, please learn it. In the days to come, it will certainly help you. Like, say, one of the candidates from Bangalore invited me, so I could not say no. I visited their house, and the map took me, and the driver drove it to a wrong direction, and I could not tell him where am I. If I had known, now I know how to do it. Now go to WhatsApp, go to the bottom, that attachment, press, you will get one place known as location. If you press that, you can communicate to others, where are we. That itself was not known to me then. So likewise, so I only suggest all of you to be familiar with the artificial intelligence usage, more especially Google Map. Yes, sorry for interruption. Continue, Rubel.
The capacity for continuous innovation is therefore key to a neobank retaining its first mover advantage. Neobanks often focus on niche markets or customer segments that are poorly served by traditional banks. For example, they can meet the needs of digital millennials, the self employed, or small businesses by offering tailor made solutions, ranging from flexible lending options to fast and simple opening. These solutions also include business expense management, international payments, automated invoicing, and simplified accounting tools, as well as integration with third party services and providers. The solid performance of the French neobank Conto is based, for example, on its exclusive focus on the specific needs of small and medium enterprises and the self employed.
Swapna, please read. Autonomous.
Autonomous but not independent. In addition to the psychological barrier of not having a physical presence, many neobanks suffer from a lack of trust and brand recognition. Concerns about security, data confidentiality, and the stability of neobanks are also holding back their development. Neobanks often rely on partnerships with traditional banks or other financial institutions to provide certain services such as deposit insurance or access to payment systems. This dependence is potentially their greatest weakness, as it can call into question the continuity of services. It also generally leads neobanks to offer a more limited range of products. Neobanks, the sin of youth. A study by the bank a study by the Banque de France entitled Neobanks in Search of Profitability, published in 2020, shows that some small neobanks are experiencing financial difficulties. This lack of profitability is linked to the cost of attracting new customers to make up for the lack of brand awareness, subsidizing new customers either by granting bonuses when they open an online account or by matching funds paid when new customers are sponsored.
Yeah, in fact,
Neobank, yes,
in
sir.
foreign countries, whenever you open an account, they give you $250. I
Oh.
don't know why they give and how from where they will give. So that is this mistake. And India, we don't have any such scheme so far. Continue. Neobanks.
Neobanks are faced with major investments to develop their digital and technological infrastructure, As they are essentially digital entities, they face heightened cybersecurity risks, requiring massive and ongoing investment to optimize their operational robustness and resilience in the face of recurring cyber attacks. Complying with regulatory requirements, obtaining the necessary licenses, and meeting capital adequacy standards can be complex and time consuming for new banks. Faced with these financial and transactional costs, neobanks sometimes err on the side of optimism, overestimating customer growth. However, these early cycle costs seem to diminish over the years as we learn by doing. The latter are mainly financed by the banker difference, which also points out that there has been a gradual improvement in profitability over time.
Very good. Now I think there are so many things available. We don't have much time. I will give the link in our group. I'll give the link in our group. Yeah, stop sharing. I'll go to this one. I'll go to this one. Where is 2024? I am giving that link here. You can make use of it. Now again, 1 minute. Where am I? Here. Yeah, I should stop this record.